crowd in attendance for the clash between Melbourne and Carlton. We'll have progress scores from all venues throughout the day, and highlights of the St Kilda Collingwood clash at half-time and also at the end of the match as Graham Corns looks on. Gerald Healy on the boundary line today, listening in on what the coaches have to say at quarter time as well. As we go to Gerard, good afternoon for the Mitsubishi Motors.
Thanks, Peter.
Report.
Well, the Camry Crows, they can thank their lucky stars because the Winter Hill Monster certainly isn't living up to its reputation today. Looking at the Mitsubishi Motors weatherometer, we have a current temperature of 21.7 degrees, which is almost the expected top temperature of 22 degrees. Humidity is presently 53%, and there's a 10-kilometre wind blowing straight across the ground towards the cameras, so no goal advantage. Ground conditions are excellent, and the forecast is for a fine, mild day with light winds tending south to southwesterly. And Peter, could it be a Sheedy tactic, or am I just a little paranoid, but there's not one flag or windsock in sight?
Yes, you did right, Gerard. There is not one around the ground at all, not even on top of the scoreboard. We used to have the Ansett windsock on the other side of the ground. That's disappeared. All disappeared.
Well, there's no doubt after watching the reserves, that's where the windsock used to be, but there's the Adelaide Crows. But, well, Tony McGuinness would know a little bit about this ground, and left to right in the seconds, they were certainly scoring to the right-hand side, and they were kicking a lot further to that end of the ground.
Well, only about 3 players in the Adelaide lineup Pete would have played here before. Danny Hughes, of course, who's been named on the bench, well, Mark Micken maybe, and Filkey perhaps.
Well, Micken's lining up on the bench, named in the ruck, Mark Micken.
Grounding pretty hard